Every business wants good customer reviews. Every customer wants a good experience. So what happens when both sides click? Or in some cases, when they don't? From Yelp and Entrepreneur Media, this is Behind the Review.
Behind the review, dig deeper too. Behind the review, get all the news. Food, flowers, fixing, make business boom. Behind the review, dig deeper too.
I'm Emily Washkovic, Yelp small business expert. Every episode, I pick one review on Yelp and talk to the entrepreneur and the reviewer about the story and business lessons behind their interactions. Let's hear what's behind this week's review.
I got a doodle puppy. I was really excited about it, but then I kind of learned more about the grooming process and really all the ins and outs of it. I think that when you first get a doodle, you don't really understand the upkeep that it takes. You kind of just understand they're hypoallergenic and that they're really good dogs, but really the upkeep is what they don't really tell you, unfortunately. And so I was a little nervous about that because at one point I was like, well, we have to kind of get him exposed to grooming. And so that way he's not all fidgety like a little puppy, and kind of learn what we're doing with it and make sure that he's going to be set up for the rest of his life. But I actually got recommended by a friend from Instagram to go to Dogue. And so I was looking at their Instagram and they're grooming this dog. I think that he's maybe about 2, but all of his grooming sessions, he looked fantastic, like very great, not too poodly, not too doodly, kind of just in between. And so I had asked her where they got him groomed and she recommended Dogue. And I was like, that's crazy because I literally just found them on Yelp. They had really good reviews. And so something for me that I always look at is I actually read the reviews. I like them better when they have photos just so I can see firsthand. And so I just tried it out. I took a recommendation. I took all the information that I got from Yelp and I kind of just made my own conclusion that we'd go for it.
Getting a new puppy is such an exciting time, and yet you have to brace yourself for tons of work. There's so much to do, so much to buy, and so much to remember. With all of that going on, it's easy to forget the importance of dog grooming. But after getting her doodle puppy Winston, Kayla J soon realized the extent of dog hair upkeep she was facing. So she turned to Dogue Spa in West Hollywood, a grooming salon with plenty of doodle-specific expertise. After a couple of great experiences, she left this review.
I recommend Josh and Jay at Dogue to anyone, especially owners with a doodle. Our doodle puppy got his first and second grooming with Dogue, and he will be coming here for all of our grooming desires. Jay is extremely creative and did a wonderful job on our last grooming. Thank you for allowing a safe, clean environment for our pup. We love you, Dogue, and you have a loyal customer for life.
A great and to-the-point review. Kayla hits a couple of key words that would stick out to any dog owner, like safe and clean. Dogue owner Josh has been a dog lover his entire life, so he knows what's important when it comes to a business that works with dogs.
I'm Josh White, and I'm a dog groomer in West Hollywood. I own Dogue Pet Salon, and I've been working with dogs most of my life. And even before working with dogs, I just always had a passion for specifically dogs. I studied dogs as a kid in dog breed books. And even as a kid, I always had the vision to have not necessarily a dog grooming salon, but something with dogs. And I wanted to call it Dogue because I love fashion and, it's a pun on Vogue. And we started this 4.5 years ago. And it was just something I wanted to do where we combined style with dogs, made it feel more like a salon. And this is where we are today. And that's how Dogue was created.
Josh turned his lifelong passion for dogs into a career. Plus, he was able to incorporate his love of fashion and art into his business. It's always so cool to hear from a business owner who has blended multiple interests to create a unique company. And Dogue is a very unique place. Not only do they offer standard dog grooming, but they also embrace Josh's artistic side with unconventional cuts and color.
I've been grooming for about 10 years, and I'm a very creative guy, and I love art, I love fashion, I love pop culture, and I just wanted to mix that into what I do with my dogs. And for grooming, it's definitely an art form. Instead of us painting or sculpting, we're sculpting dog hair, and we just get inspired by what someone may bring in, or we give them advice on what will look good for their dog. And we just love to do color, which is perfectly safe. We use a brand that is safe for the dog. It's called Opaws. And, it's just making your dog have a little bit more oomph to them. We could definitely do the basic stuff, the breed standards, but we just love to make it more of an art form or like for a special occasion. So if you want your dog to look like a cheetah, a zebra, a painting, a dinosaur, anything, we're definitely capable of doing that. And it's just making people feel a little bit more joy with their dog. I have a pink dog myself, and she's been every color in the book. And the smiles she puts on people's faces and the excitement people get when they meet her is the same for these people's dogs. And it's just a good feeling to be known or respected as a creative groomer. And we just love doing artistic cuts. It's a different world out there, but a lot of people love it.
It's awesome how Josh's dog Snow is a little brand ambassador who brings people joy. At the end of the day, it makes sense to create a business that you yourself would use. And when a business owner has that passion and pride for what they do, it's contagious. One way that Josh shows that pride is through the open floor plan of the Dogue Spa. Everyone who enters the shop can see the dogs being groomed.
So most grooming salons nowadays, what happens in the back is like the bathing, the drying, because it's a messy job. It's something people you wouldn't want to see that, to be honest. It's nothing bad, but it's just messy. It's hair everywhere, water, the bather is getting wet. But in the front room, you could definitely see the whole cut. We don't advise an owner to stay and watch their dog because your dog is just going to want to come to you. They smell you, they see you. But everything's in the open. It's not as stressful or anything extra on top of us just because it's what we do. We're confident in what we do. Nothing changes that if someone sees a dog being groomed. But it's good for people to see like how the dog is performing, how they're acting, especially if an owner brings in their puppy and their puppy's just wild and moving. And then you come several months after and you see your dog standing perfectly on the table. It's just a good feeling of accomplishment, seeing your dog is actually becoming a good grooming dog. And it's just a lot of training that we do even for these people's dogs. Not every dog starts off on the table perfectly standing and still, but it's our job to help the dog become confident.
The environment is hustle and bustle, but things are kept in control, thanks in part to the confidence of Josh and his staff. And on top of everything, they manage to train the dogs to get effectively groomed. When you go the extra mile and show off those above and beyond skills, you can build and maintain a strong base of customers who trust you. But you can't expect a business to run like a machine all the time. Sometimes new customers will bring fresh challenges. Ideally, though, as time goes on, things get better and better. And with those positive developments, you can create a community made up of staff, customers, and sometimes even dogs.
So if a dog is good at behavior, they're not causing a ruckus or anything or aggressive, we let the dogs roam free in the salon. We have like a whole run with fresh, real grass for them to go to the bathroom, and they play with the dogs all day. So dogs are always playing. Between that, if we have time, we're playing with the dog, we're giving them attention, we're taking pictures with the dog, and we just make the dogs feel as comfortable like they're at home. And at the end of the day, these dogs become like our dogs as well. We see them so often. We're always hanging out with them. We see these dogs more than a vet will see their dogs. And each person has their favorite dogs and they become like our own. And we just treat it as such. So I think the feeling a dog may have is like, this is like my second home. And that's what we love to do because it's the best feeling when a dog is just so excited to come here. Dogs that are been so afraid or aggressive and didn't want to be here. But after time and time, they just get so close to us and they run through this door. We're trying to open the gate and the dog is just jumping on it, so excited. And they see some of their friends that they've seen before. They see us. And it's just a big puppy family, really.
For many businesses in the pets category, their customers also include our four-legged friends. Creating a great in-store experience for dogs is an extension of the human owner's experience and keeps them both coming back. We're going to take a quick break. Be right back. Are you a small business owner? Did you know that Visa's online small business hub has tools, discounts, and resources to help you run your business? So whether you're a business beginner or an entrepreneurial expert, find the solutions, tools, and tips you need to help take your business to the next level. Plus, if you have a Visa Business credit or debit card, you can get access to cardholder benefits like Visa Savings Edge, a savings program which can help you save on everyday business expenses like office essentials, travel, and more. When you enroll your Visa Business card in Visa Savings Edge, you'll have access to valuable offers which can help turn qualifying business purchases made with your enrolled Visa Business card into savings for your business. Learn more at visa.com/smallbusinesshub. Once again, that's visa.com/smallbusinesshub. Visa, a network working for everyone. And our next sponsor. This podcast is brought to you by State Farm. Being a small business owner can be so fulfilling, rewarding, and let's be honest, a little scary from time to time. Doing your own thing and being your own boss is great, but sometimes it can make you feel like you are all alone, especially when things aren't going great. Well, the folks at State Farm want you to know that you aren't alone. State Farm has thousands of agents who are small business owners too, so they know what it takes to protect everything you've worked so hard for. State Farm has an assortment of insurance policies for small businesses that can be tailored to your needs. So whether you're a hairstylist, an electrician, or a florist, State Farm agents are ready to help. Learn more and find an agent today at statefarm.com/small business. Again, that's statefarm.com/small business. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Kayla discovered Vogue when her doodle Winston was still a puppy. Some dog grooming salons may have rushed to check Winston in and send Kayla on her way. But at Dogue, she was relieved to be talked through the grooming process in a transparent, back-and-forth conversation. This gave her the opportunity to engage with Josh, discuss Winston's grooming history, and get educated about grooming and at-home maintenance for her breed.
So the first initial interaction was actually with Josh. He was the one that was going to be grooming my dog Winston. And so they had these cute little pink chairs at the front of the shop. And he just sat down with me. He asked me what our grooming was like at home, what were my desires, maybe the length that I was going for, but also reiterating that if I do want my dog's hair to be longer, since he is a doodle, that it is more high maintenance, that he will have to be coming every 4 to 6 weeks. And we will have to be doing, the baths at home and everything like that. So they really do make sure to see if you are doing that part. So it was really important. And they stressed that at the beginning that, maybe if he doesn't specifically need a haircut, if his hair hasn't grown out that much, that we're still bringing him in so that way he can have the baths and get more comfortable with being in the grooming salon, hearing the clippers, getting his face clipped and his paws clipped. So they really stressed that at the beginning of the appointment.
Kayla had some minimal knowledge of what Winston's hair upkeep would be like when she first got him, but she left her first appointment feeling well equipped to take care of him at home between visits. Patrons who are armed with an awareness of the staff's specific skills can become some of the most loyal customers. They fully understand what they can bring to the table versus professional groomers whose true expertise can't be substituted. Kayla may feel perfectly competent bathing and brushing Winston at home, but she also knows when he needs to go to Dogue. That's not always the case with every customer. Grooming maintenance on a dog like Winston takes more than going to the groomer every once in a while. It requires that the owner takes a proactive role in keeping them properly groomed at home. Not every customer knows this when going into a grooming spa. And if they're not doing their part at home, this can require a tough conversation about upkeep and maintenance that's required to allow the groomer to deliver the desired cut. But that tough conversation can go a long way to create trust with the customer and deepen your relationship.
A big part of our clientele here are a lot of poodles and doodles, or like Bashans, but mostly poodles and doodles, of course, dogs with fluffy hair. And a lot of people get these breeds. Obviously, you see it somewhere, it's cute, you love it, and you got this breed now. And a lot of people don't know the maintenance or how much it costs, what you need to do at home. And it's our job to let them know, like, this is what you need to do. So when someone comes in, even if their dog is completely matted the first time, it's just our job. When they pick up their dog, we're like, hey, your dog was this or this or this. And we help them know what to do at home. So main thing is having a brush and a comb. A lot of people think they just need a brush and that's it, or they brush once every 3 weeks. They don't know how often. So it's a combo of the two. You need a brush, you're brushing, and then get your comb, check it. If it hits a tangle, brush, and make it fun for your dog. Make it an exciting thing. Give them treats, make it a bonding experience, and it will make it easier for us. And we do it for them, and it's also good for us, it makes it a better experience for your dog. If it's a puppy, we're telling them, touch them everywhere, touch them on their face, touch their paws, use any object, a remote control, a comb, your cell phone, different weird objects. And it just desensitizes the dog to be used to these things in their face, because we're coming at them with scissors, combs, brushes, clippers, water, a dryer, and it just helps us out a lot, and it will help them out in the long run, and for the dog just to have a great experience coming to grooming. So we just like to, educate them and make sure that it's fun for the both of us. It's a teamwork effort. It's our job to do the cut and groom your dog, but it's also the owner's job to keep that up at home. And you make a mutual respect for it all. And it's just a good thing for owners to know what breed they got, what it takes to maintain it. And it just makes it easy. Yeah. Make it fun for your dog.
We often think about the staff at a business being a team, but customers can be a part of the team too. Engage with your customers and show them the importance of their role. In turn, they'll have an increased emotional investment in you and the success of your business. As that relationship builds, another medium to explore is social media, like Instagram.
I definitely think even from the first interaction of going to Dogue, just by talking to the business owner and him getting to know not only me, but also my dog, I think that helped me have trust. And I think that's really important in this dog grooming relationship that we're going through. And so for me, just each time, each interaction, it kind of got better. They got to know us. And by the second time that he went, they heard his name and my name as well. So asking different questions. They had followed us on Instagram. So they're always talking to us over Instagram or showing love on his post. And so I think that just that continual relationship is something that for me, forever that I live in LA, I will only be going there. I have referred a bunch of our friends there as well. So it's just that relationship that feels really good. I feel like they have my dog's best interest in mind, but also the first time I was a little nervous. So they just had that way of calming me when it came to giving over this tiny puppy for, multiple hours and going through the grooming process to just the process that it is now. And them just being able to keep up that relationship, I think has been really, really meaningful to me.
A close relationship between a consumer and a local business is valuable, particularly in an industry where your customer comes back. They'll keep showing up and they'll bring referrals along the way. And customers can feel whether that relationship is genuine. Instead of forcing a certain type of customer service or trying to fit in with a pre-existing mold in your industry, you might consider infusing your business with your own personality. This will help you attract the customers that make sense, and you'll feel more fulfilled.
We always recommend if you booked with one groomer, keep going to the same groomer so your dog is just used to that groomer. It just makes it easier instead of changing around. And yeah, you really just bond with these dogs. I've been doing some dogs even prior to Dogue that I've been doing for 10 years. And it really touches us because, again, these dogs are just like our dogs. We see them so often. We've seen them grow. We've seen what the parents may go through, and we bond with our clients as well. And when I opened Dogue, I wanted it to be more free than other salons. They're very don't ask personal stuff with the client. And I'm like, ask them, how was your vacation? How was your wedding? We get dogs ready for a wedding. They're the ring bearer or something for the wedding. And it's just asking them these questions and making it not so formal, more personal. And I connect with, especially me, I connect with all of my clients. They're like friends or family at this point, and I genuinely care about them and their dogs.
Genuine relationships with customers are rewarding, but when a business owner starts to grow a business that emphasizes those relationships, the onus can be put on them to become a public-facing individual. That can be a lot of pressure. It may involve upkeep of a social media presence, but it also may increase positive perception of the business.
I definitely think that by having the business owner kind of at the forefront, it shows that they're invested in their business. And I think that for small business owners, specifically, it makes it feel like you're really impacting their life, their baby, their business is their baby. And I can just tell that by the way he has posted on social media and just like his overall involvement, you can really tell that it's very near and dear to his heart. And so for me, when I look at these reviews, that's something that I look for. They're always responding to the reviews that people write. They're always commenting on people's posts on Instagram. They're always posting. And so it kind of just made this little community. I think that's really cool that the business owner is that involved and that invested. And I think that it really helps. If all businesses could be like that, I think that it would make this community of small businesses really thrive, especially in those areas where it is West Hollywood and there are the larger organizations or the larger chains. But being able to support something so close to home, I think is really cool.
Because she gets a window into Josh's life and the Dogue community via social media, Kayla feels invested. Plus, the staff takes the time to respond to reviews and leave comments on the social media accounts of their clients. But in an industry where people are being asked to put a lot of trust in businesses, there can be negative reviews. And there may be two sides to the story.
We get a lot of people who show us on Instagram more than anything, I feel. Their dog gets done, they take pictures, they post and tag. But when we do get a review, we all definitely see it. It gets sent to us, and I show if it was this groomer or that groomer, like, hey, look what this person sent. But I don't think we take it too much to heart. If it's a great one, we're like, wow, thank you. We love it. If it's a bad one, of course, any business gets bad reviews. It's been rare for us, but of course, we getting bigger and bigger and bigger, you get those. But those reviews are always a person who doesn't understand what is possible for their dog. It's never something like, this person messed up a haircut, I didn't want this, or it's never been, my dog was hurt, or my dog felt this way. It's something like, I wanted a full teddy bear cut and they shaved my dog. But it's also, your dog was very matted. It's nothing we could have done. We explained everything to you. You're just not satisfied. And that still is just where we feel like educating the owner. But not everybody want to hear that or take that. And sometimes, some people get very defensive about their dog and they feel like they're doing everything possible for their dog, but it's just not. I don't know how to explain it, but we try our best to explain and educate, but we can't make every single person happy. We just try our best.
Dogue Spa gets a lot of interaction on Instagram, which makes total sense. It's a dog grooming business with an artistic twist. So of course, people want to show their dog's new style to the world. Nowadays, having an aesthetically pleasing business that caters to customers who love to share on social media can set you apart. And those photos can also make their way to Yelp, where they help your business stand out.
I definitely think that the photos are important when writing a review, only because it allows you to see maybe the result that you could have. But also, I think that there's a pattern and consistency. So with dog grooming, I wanted to see that they had done other doodles before. So I liked looking at the reviews because there was hundreds of pictures of doodles and poodles. So it allowed me to see they do this such artistic work and it's so creative that I was like, hey, you know what? If they can definitely nail that and they can do that well, then I have full confidence that they can give my little guy the perfect haircut. So it's definitely really important.
And that concludes our episode. Be sure to subscribe so you get new episodes every Thursday. I hope you enjoyed it and were able to take a thing or two away to implement in your own life. Whether it's a new idea that you can bring back to your business or a fresh perspective on how to be a positive influence as a consumer, we share these stories to inspire and create more meaningful connections in your local community. For more information about today's business or to connect with me, check out the show notes.
Behind the review, dig deeper too. Behind the review, get all the news. Food for hours fixing, make business bloom. Behind the review, dig deeper too.
This episode featured a conversation with Josh, the owner of Dogue Spa, and Kayla J., a reviewer living in LA. Special thanks to Meredith Danko, who helped write this episode. To learn more about the story, check out the blog post. And don't forget to subscribe so you get an alert each Thursday when a new episode comes out. To claim your own Yelp business page and start engaging with consumers, visit business.yelp.com. Our theme song is performed by Ali Schwartz and produced by Robbie G. of Messerol Sound. The show was produced and edited by Entrepreneur Media.